righteousness.
Is the first half of the beliefs. We believe all students have the ability to learn, are important, and have unique skills to contribute successfully to our world. We believe in a valued, highly qualified, team-oriented staff that cares for, supports, and teaches every student to their full potential every day. We believe that support and teamwork among our school district, families, and the community provide the most effective learning outcomes in and out of the classroom. And we believe in relevant, inclusive, and engaging curriculum that appropriately prepares the students for their life endeavors. And next item is Students of the Month, and we'll start with the elementary.
Thank you very much. All right, so every month the teachers pick one student per grade level. And I'm going to start with fifth grade. So when I call your name, if you're here, please come forward and I will read kind of what the teacher wrote about you, why they picked you, so on and so forth. So I'm going to start out with fifth grade, Nora Freed. Nora, are you here? We're still going to talk about you. Nora consistently completes her work. She has insightful questions that enhance class discussions. She's compassionate and generous. Over the years, she has adapted well to fifth grade. Nora consistently brings a creative spirit to the class. Congratulations, Nora. Well done. All right, fourth grade, Finley. Yay. All right, so Finley. Finley is always eager to learn. When she walks through the door, she's willing to answer questions and collaborates with the class. She shows respect not only towards her teachers, but also towards her peers. She consistently hands out smiles and maintains a positive attitude. Congratulations, Finley. Third grade, Kimber. Hello, Kimber. How you this week? Oh, just stand here beside me. All right, Kimber. Our class has been fortunate to have Kimber join us the second semester. Kimber's an outstanding student who exemplifies hard work, kindness, and friendship. Since arriving at Bloomfield, she has quickly and effortlessly formed several friendships while becoming a valued member of our classroom community. Congratulations. We are so proud of you. Henley, second grade. Oh, Miss Henley. Henley shows respect for her teachers and classmates. She consistently completes all of her assignments on time, and she actively participates in the classroom discussions with enthusiasm. Congratulations. First grade. Kenton. Is he here? No. All right. He's a hardworking young boy who enjoys learning. His enthusiasm encourages others to collaborate. He is determined to complete all his classroom activities with his best effort each and every time. He is always respectful to his teachers and peers. Congratulations. Jed. All right. Jed is very respectful to his classmates and his teacher. He works very hard to complete all his work with pride and excellence. He always helps those in need. In addition, he is honest and sincere. He's a friend to all and is a very kind boy. Congratulations, Jed. We appreciate you.
All right, now the middle and high school.
All right. Well, for the month of February, we had students of the month from eighth grade and from our sophomore class. So I'm going to start out with our eighth grade, and could I have Anna Allen? Come on up here, Anna. Oh, sorry. You got to, sorry. All right. So Anna's favorite food, I love this, my Grammy spaghetti. Suspicious, but don't laugh, you love it. right? What's so special about it?
Her sauce.
Her sauce. It's always the sauce. Man. Always the sauce. Well done, Grammy. All right. Anna is involved in volleyball, cheer, band, junior beta, FFA, middle school FFA, and FCA. Her hobbies are volleyball, horses, 4-H, crafts, cheer, band, hanging out with friends and family. Her favorite movie, Black Beauty. It's a good one. Her favorite subject is science because it's pretty easy to learn, and I love the teacher who is Miss Bonner. That's right. No, I said you love, well, I can see why. She's a dandy. That is true. And what do you like most about Bloomfield Middle and High School? Anna says they have a lot of clubs and sports that you can be in. So, Anna, we are appreciative of you, and congratulations on being the student of the month. All right. And then our sophomore student of the month is Miss Reagan Baker. Reagan, come on up. How are we doing this evening? Good? Okay. All right. So Reagan's favorite food? I like this, just a good grilled cheese, right? You like American cheese or anything, pepper jack, something like that?
Yeah.
American? Okay. All right. That's good. I mean, it makes a difference, really. She is involved in tennis. She is involved in one of my favorite clubs, the Snacks and Crafts Clubs. Why? Because you do crafts and eat snacks. That's right. She's a member of High School Beta Club, High School Student Council, Christian Service Club, FCA, and the Riley Dance Marathon, which we're gearing up for that pretty soon, aren't we? Her hobbies are reading. She loves to read. Any favorites? Nice. Right. Her favorite movie, High School Musical. It's a good one, isn't it? I've seen it. Right? That's right. Well, your favorite subject, math. And why is it your favorite subject? Teacher makes it easy to understand. She put that, she understands it really well. And who is your teacher? Ms. Potts. That's the Algebra 2, right? There you go. And what do you like most about Bloomfield Middle High School? Reagan says being able to spend time with friends during the day, after school, and during sports. And so that's a great opportunity. So Reagan, congratulations to you on being the student of the month in February. Well done. All right.
Well, congratulations again to the students of the month and their families, and we invite you to stay for the rest of the meeting, but if you need to leave, we'll pause for just a second, and then we'll continue on.
Thank you.
It's always the
Well, now.
See tomorrow at lunch.
All right. Yeah. Continue on with recognitions from the elementary school.
All right, just a quick shout out to all the teachers and everybody that support us for iRead that actually takes place next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Makeups will be on Friday. This will be the first of the 2 attempts. Third grade will get 3 attempts. They get this one in May, and then remediation with summer school, so they get multiple bites at the apple. I also want to recognize Sarah Ross, who's been uploading like student created artwork to a website called Arstonian. So parents can view the artwork. They can put it on mugs or picture or shirts or whatever they want to do. So she actually just celebrated uploading her 25,000th thing of child artwork this week. So it's pretty impressive. Shout out to the PTO. And so that's been going full steam ahead. And we had the Sunshine Committee at the elementary school. And so the idea behind that was to celebrate our staff. And so the staff and now the PTO, or the Sunshine Committee and the PTO, have kind of merged together, which bridges that gap for the parent-teacher organization. So I was really excited about that. The Wax Museum, if you didn't see it, it's here till 7. Teachers and students have been working hard to make this, event fantastic. Bloomfield Elementary, one last recognition, has raised over $6,000 for Riley's Hospital, and Jenny Medina I just want to recognize her for all of her hard work and her commitment to this fundraiser. So that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, yeah, you can clap. Go ahead.
Yeah. And now the middle and high school recognitions.
So just starting out here, want to give a shout out, congratulations to Jillian Dickinson, Amaya Hildebrand, and Malia Pischel. They received academic all-state honors for bowling. So, and it's getting that time of year for that. So congratulations to those three. Want to recognize FFA, some FFA members for their FFA proficiencies. Calvin Myers was first place in ag mechanics. Allie Walls was first place in equine management. Matthew Stevens was first place in ag communication. And Darian Dunnigan was third place in diversified livestock. I do want to recognize Allie Walls as well, because Allie was, Allie and I were talking about this the other day. She is one of 5 finalists for the Star in Agribusiness. And so, which is a really big deal. And so she has an interview coming up. And then we were just kind of talking about, because we're not sure where that goes from there. But to be one of 5 in the state of Indiana, to be recognized for in the Star of Agribusiness, meaning the project that she wanted, which was her equine business, that she is going to attend Murray State in equine management. By the way, but that's where she's going. So we may have a little bit more on Allie as some time passes we get on that. High school art club members, Mr. LeGrand put out that we had several high school art club members that were recognized by the Brown County Art Guild's annual student exhibition. Taylor Thompson got best of show, received a monetary prize of $150. Alexis Busenberg was second place with a $100 prize. James Beck was honorable mention. Katie Barker was an award of distinction. And then others that were there that had artwork displayed was Aubrey Fry, Lainey Miller, Blaine Van Deventer, Lorena Coons, and Maya Toon. We have some SWIAC recognitions. We'll actually be having the Winter Sports Banquet Tuesday the 11th, where these athletes will receive their certificates. SWIAC Academic All Conference, and this is available. This is not just for athletes. It's all students, seniors. So whether they're in sports or not. Ethan Davis, Malia Pischel, and Adeline Fig were SWIAC Academic All Conference. Boys basketball, we had Blake Neal, Tyler Patterson, and Lance Workman. And for the girls basketball, we had Laney Graves. Want to congratulate our choirs, Joyful Noise, Cardinal Song, and Center Stage. They performed at the Pacers game and had a nice ovation for singing the national anthem. Also want to congratulate Alana Newcomb, whose vocal solo earned a gold rating at the Isthmus State Solo Ensemble this past week. So that's it.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Dean, if I could butt in real quick. This past week, well, technically last week, was FFA week, National FFA week. Due to the weather and the snow and school being canceled, we had moved it to this week. And this past Tuesday, we held the petting zoo for elementary, and I know some other of the high school classes, but then I know the Spanish class came in, and she had the students name all the animals in Spanish that they could, which I thought was pretty neat. But just seeing all the kids, all the huge smiles from seeing all the animals there was a great thing. And also tomorrow morning at around 7:30, there's a pancake breakfast. If you have not been invited yet, this is your invitation now. So if you guys would like to come, you are invited.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ian, I love you.
All right. And we'll go on to our routine business of the
I don't
meeting.
know if that's legal to say.
Meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
Lana, all in favor? And then the treasurer's report. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll motion.
No second.
All right, thank you. All in favor? And then for personnel, There was a last minute change. There was one strikeout, for someone who, was not able to volunteer anymore, excuse me, volunteer anymore. So their name was stricken from the list. And do I have a motion to approve the list as amended?
I make a motion to approve.
And do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? All right, thank you. And then there was no donations. List of fundraisers. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
And a second? Second. All right, thank you. All in favor? Okay, and other business, the Bloomfield Eastern Green Public Library Board member appointment. And Mr. Dwayne Hostetter has volunteered to continue on. And so do I have a motion to approve?
I'll approve.
And a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? All right, thank you. And the Neola board policies, this is the second reading on majority of them, and you had a comment on one particular one?
Yeah, so on policy 6114, that's in the packet, you won't be voting on that. We're changing it to a second reading. We'll be able to vote on it in March, but one of the Neola has lawyers that back all of the recommendations for board policies, which is a benefit of working with them. And one of the Neola lawyers let everybody know that has Neola that there was an error in the past week. And so that's why we're recommending a second reading. And that is so that they can change capital expenditures for special purpose equipment are allowable as direct cost, provided the items with a unit cost of 10,000 or more have the prior written approval of the federal agency or pass-through entity, which is typically the IDOE. The threshold will be changed to 5,000 because Indiana has not yet received approval from the US DOE for the increase of 10,000.
Okay. And do I have a motion to approve the Neola board update second reading as amended?
I'll make a motion to approve.
And a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Okay, thank you very much. And then we have grant approvals, and do you have comment?
Yeah, so we will start having you approve every grant prior to us spending it according to legislative statute. Neola has updated the policies. In the policies that you just passed, one of them is stating that grant money will be approved, which is why it's the very next item. And some of these are, actually all of these are retroactive, but moving forward, you'll start seeing them as we're applying and getting the grants.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the list of grants?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, and a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay, thank you. And then we have a resolution regarding the mileage reimbursement rate, and this was due to a change in the IRS rate, correct?
That, and we need to do it every year because most of the time, most years, the IRS bumps it up in January. Sometimes they do bump it up in July, but anytime they make a change, then we'll bring it to the board to approve. And so typically you'll start seeing it in January.
Yeah. All right, and do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
And a second. All right, all in favor? Okay, thank you. And then on to director's report. You're up.
I'm glad all these people have left.
There's so many more.
Because I know.
Did not get here?
I'm gonna go clear the gym out and just bring them all in here. So Scott asked me to be here and kind of tell you what I do, what I've done, and what I hope to accomplish. So, so all of you know me, my name is Marvin Holt. I've been in law enforcement for 15 years. I've been in a school setting since 2018, January of 2018, I believe. It's been fun and eye-opening and learning experiences and all the whole 9 yards. Prior to this, I did a lot of investigations, including murder, suicide, drugs, interdiction, drug interdiction, things like that. forensic interviewer, and those that don't know what that is, it's basically what Susie's Place does with children. Um, our law enforcement here in this county, they've kind of gotten away with us being the interviewers just because of the nature of a lot of things. So they just have us take them to Susie's Place for sexual or whatever it may involve. So part of that, I see what these kids are living in. Filthy houses, no water, you can imagine all the above, bugs. So it's kind of nice to know what they live in and what they come to. So this is their safe place, and there's a lot more kids than what you would think. So it's just eye opening, and I've learned that because being here since 2018, I saw a lot of some of them that have already graduated and doing great things now. So, and a lot of that has to do with the teachers and the way everybody focuses in on the student itself. So part of my day-to-day operations, it's all over the place. I usually start coming in the morning. Usually Dave meets me going out as I'm coming in, but I come in, I greet the kids and, let them in. And when you're around a lot of these kids, you kind of know how to talk to them. Some you gotta, they just communicate a little different in the morning. So I'm starting to learn. And it's not that they're mad at the world. It's just, they're just not awake most times. So that's always fun. I always like to see what their attitude, especially the ones that seem to get worse in the afternoon. So it's nice to see what it starts with and what it ends with. Usually when they're walking out, it's, carnival time. So they love it. I'm usually down in the cafeteria in the mornings. And usually that's where I get a lot of venting. Sometimes there's some language involved when they're wanting to kick somebody's tail or whatever. None of that ever happens. So I'm thinking that maybe that's their happy spot, and it lets them decompress before things get real, right? So I feel like it's helping. We've not had too many fights. First of the year, I think we had a couple, but I feel like if that's what they need to do is cuss and scream, my door's open. Fixes things, and it fixes things. So far it's doing good. Yeah, so I'm in their lunchroom, breakfast, during lunchtime. Lunch detention, I've done some lunch detentions. Sat in there, and I'm sure they're supposed to be quiet in there, but I kind of like try to mentor them on why they're in there. It's not helping, but
Maybe you should invite them to breakfast.
almost 5 days in a row for one kid. So it's fun. I mean, it's one of those things. And now we have the student pickup. It's not going as I planned, but there are some teachers, there's parents that are following the directive, and that's great. Hopefully to catch on. I've got the makery making up a couple more signs to maybe sway them over this direction a little bit instead of parking there right out front. So that's good. Let's see. Evacuation drills, things like that. I think we've done one this year. No, we've not done any evacuation drills. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah.
We've done a lockdown.
We've done our lockdown the first semester, and we do our monthly fire. And, we've done
Right, and so all of them go pretty good. I would like to see some more lockdown drills. And obviously we've been planning, not really planning evacuation, but it's probably too late for this year, but I think this summer we probably need to do an evacuation drill. And off campus. Yeah. So maybe this summer we can do that. And I'd like to see that done, like, I mean, every 4 years is what you, so.
6.
So, hopefully we can get that going. Um, challenge coins. So I brought gifts. Everybody likes gifts. So I bought these for students. It's an integrity coin, law enforcement. You can have one of these, right? And then and I think he's on an anniversary. Right, so
That's neat.
I've only given 2 of these out this year, and it's, like I said, it's an integrity coin. It's basically doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And our last one, it's from Harley something, found $100 on the floor, $100, turned it in, no questions asked. That was over 60 days ago. And so part of our thing is, you know, you do the right, or part of my thing is, or whatever, you do the right thing, you get a coin. So I gave him a coin, and I gave him I think it was a certificate to like Dairy Queen or something. I can't remember now, but and I believe tomorrow we're probably gonna give him his $100 since nobody claimed it.
Is that where that went?
Still outside.
Give back your integrity coin.
Well, we usually, like, in the police world, we'd give them 30 days, and then so we've been over that threshold, so. That's just something I decided to do at the beginning of the year, and I bought 100 of them, or 200, I can't remember now, but I've only given out 2, so we're set on those for a while. Educating, mentoring, that's just the everyday thing, like being in the hallways. I try to hit the vaping with certain students, and I won't tell you why it's certain students, but I just kind of try to educate them as I'm walking down the hallway. And, you know, of course we stay away from that stuff, so. That's all you can ask, you know, so. And certain things, I talk about, like what they're gonna do, like job wise, what they're gonna do after graduation, you know, if they need any help with, a direction to accomplish those things. I try to find out what I can. There's not very many of them that come to me for that, but, I don't know, probably this year, 5 or 6. So they want to get into law enforcement. I tried to steer them away from it, but they've made up their minds. So I give them, but obviously there's so many things you can do in law enforcement. Job shadowing. The last couple of years I've had, one student each year come shadow me. Basically it's a bunch of walking for them, go here and there. And I'd like to try to maybe put something together to, you know, take them to the jail and let them see things like that. Maybe take them to other schools, but they only have like a 45-minute window that they can do this in. So it's fun. I mean, I get a lot of questions, and most of them are serious, but, you know, they like to stray, as you can imagine. Impact teen drivers. I'm going to bring a shirt. We, myself and Ms. Fagan went to Impact Teen Drivers, so that's something we're going to try to implement for probably freshmen and above. And it's just teaching about distracted driving. Basically, after you get your license, all the rules that you have to follow, the laws that you have to follow. We're hoping to, and this was all put together by the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. There's all sorts of stuff that all we have to do is request material. They'll send it to us. I mean, they have nice tablecloth. I mean, the big banners, all we have to do is request it and they'll send it. So we're gonna hopefully get some things for that, and maybe try to do that. Well, without a doubt, probably next year, start that. And, for the elementary side of things, I go into, I believe it's the second grade usually. First and second grade, they ask me to come down and read. And my attention is about this thick as well. I figure this is the best book. This book was written by a deputy in, what was he from? Moline, Illinois, Rock City County. And he was a sheriff's deputy. And then in 2022, he began being an SRO. So he wrote this little book, and it's perfect. It basically just tells them why we're in here, basically. And it's like I said, it's got lots of pictures, which I like.
Are there more than 10 words on a page here?
Yeah, something like I told them my attention for reading is very. I don't even want to read my own notes. So they love it, they like it, and yeah, it's a good time. Do some classroom visits throughout the day. No, well, let me back up. I used to do a lot of classroom visits, but it's been really busy. I'm pulled in every direction. If you listen to our radios, I'm just everywhere, which causes issues when it's stuff that I need to get done. But we'll work it out. We'll just work it out. The bullying, drug use, violence. Like I said, we don't have much violence in our school, which is a good thing. Schools have seen a lot of spillovers from domestic violence and child custody, things like that, and they show up at the school causing, more than what we need here. I think we've only had probably 2 cases of that since I've been here. Maybe there's probably more. I don't know. But as far as violence goes, I think we're good. Drugs and vaping. Unfortunately, we have it here, and we're not catching it all, and we're never going to. We bought the vape sensors. They are helping, but we can only dig so deep whenever it comes to stashing, and I'm confident that we're going to find ways around that. But eventually, everybody gets caught. So. Oh, and then on that note, so when we write a ticket for that, if they're ever in possession of, and it's about $175 ticket. We offer them a class the first time. It's the tobacco cessation program, and it's done through the probation department here in the county, and it knocks it down from $170 some to $25. The other thing to that is if they get hit again with it, then they got to pay both tickets. So it's basically just a deferral. Deferment, which kind of like when you get your first ticket, right? So, staff, I can't say enough about them. We all learn from each other. From the treasurer's office, she doesn't see me a lot, but whenever she sees me, it's usually, can you write me a check for this or that? And that's the thing about security. It's not free, and I know we're going to run out of money. Even if we had millions and millions of dollars, we're never going to combat everything. So I want to thank Lydia for keeping up, or basically my weekly reminders more than once. Sometimes the minute before or 70 minutes after that they're supposed to be there. So she's bailed me out a couple times on that. Jonas, we installed some cameras on the buses, and Jonas and Misty, they helped a lot on that. So Without them, I would have been out there for days and days, and I'm still working on them actually, but, I figure since it's getting warmer, I'll get back out there and, put the final touches on those things. Dave, Julie, Jason, all of you guys are, you do what you can. I know you don't like to push things on my lap, but that's why I'm here. So thanks for that. Keeps me busy. I think we went over drills. Some of the other things, the technology, all the cameras, we're probably we probably have more cameras in a tri-county area than any other school, from what I've been told by ICOM. And I know we have some blind spots. We also have some cameras that are going to be probably failing on us probably in the next couple of years. So we just need to maybe replace them with a better camera, something that can incorporate tracking for whether it be weapons detection or identification, facial recognition. And Scott and I have talked about that a little bit. And this was a request from the elementary, and I've thought this for a couple of years now. I know this isn't the meeting to ask for things, but maybe we can work towards getting a ID maker, which is basically like my credentials. It will have a picture. It will have Bloomfield School District. For some of the teachers that don't have IDs for pictures, there's a lot of teachers that walk around. Just this week, right? Have asked, like, who is that? I'll be honest with you, don't have a clue. So I think if we could maybe do better on the identifying everybody, however that may be, I think an ID maker would make it tons better. I mean, they're not really that expensive. I mean, tags will last a long time.
Is that more of a problem in the elementary than the high school?
Yeah, so my rule of thumb is if they're from like, and we reached out to co-op because apparently they're supposed to be wearing name tags.
Yeah, I got my email on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it went out, yeah.
So good. And I didn't know you had name tags, so that would help. Mainly it's just new teachers, new subs that didn't get here for picture day, so. Did I answer your question? I saw the squirrel over here. He was playing. Electronic door systems, I think are great. And if we ever have failure in cameras or doors, ICOM does an awesome job of coming in. It's good to have them in our county. Good to have them in our school. Some of the organizations that we work with, we've had a couple mental health issues this year on students. And Megan Gainey, she's great. She goes out to the houses with me. It's not a selling thing. It's just, here's some resources if you want us to help out. She gives her information. Julie Johnson with juvenile probation. She's full of useful information. If you can understand her, if you can bring her a notch down sometimes, she's really great. She's great for our school. There's a lot of schools that don't have the resources like juvenile probation that come in. So it's great. Like, it's great to have her here. Challenges. You want to hear this? And I promise it all costs money. Personnel. I mean, I've kind of already told you that. I know we're all on a budget here, and I know it's going to get worse. From what I've been told. But, and I know we're working towards it like a part-time, or not really a part-time, but a fill-in for me. I would like to see in the next couple of years if we can try to get a part-time person here, like 2 days a week. Just because I mean, I could show you my desk. It's just, I've got probably 10 cases of, since the states changed their, the laws on attendance, it's caused a lot of work for us. I'm out of the building a lot more, like a lot more. I think we figured it out, in the last, well, 3 full weeks. I've been out doing home visits for almost 5.5 hours. That's a lot. I feel like, to not have somebody here. Some other things, some of the doors. I don't know when the school was built, the elementary mostly, but I feel like our doors are not as secure as they used to be. And I'd like to see maybe that changed. And like I said, it all costs money. Maybe just steel doors and get rid of a lot of that glass. The basketball court, if I'm just being blunt, I don't know whose idea was to put it in the parking lot, but I don't think. Barricades or no barricades, I'd like to see it go back across the street into the, keep all the kids together. It's just, to me, that's just accident waiting to happen. Some of the security, like in the offices, I like to see them more closed in as far as protecting the office helps, secretaries, whatever you want to call them. I feel like we owe it to them to do that. And then also, like the elementary side, from the office to the end of the school, as soon as they get in that office, it's free game. And that would be nice to probably try to limit taking all that glass out, maybe putting a half wall, smaller, stronger windows maybe, where they can still see out, but the windows would be functional. Not so easy to break out. Yeah, and like in a secure lock, kind of like what they have here in high school. You got to be buzzed out to the population. I really think I probably just need to be quiet. But I do want to thank, you guys have been great to me, so I want to thanks. It's probably one of the best jobs I've ever had, by far, more rewarding. And I know it costs thousands of dollars to keep me in here, so. But don't worry, I'll ask for more.
Clearly.
Yeah, I want to thank Julie, Dave, Jason, all those guys. They're great. It's a good work.
I just want to add one thing, if I could. Which you didn't talk about it much, but Marvin spends a lot of time, finding out what's going on in the community and who's been arrested and everything. And so he kind of keeps us informed of kids in crisis, make sure that we're not disciplining them when they need help. So I do appreciate that a lot. I know it's a lot to do.
No problem.
I think I love that you're going into the classrooms because you're busy, obviously, and being out of the school, but you're also giving a positive light to some of the kids don't see law enforcement in a positive light at home, but then they see you coming in and you're just being you and you're reading books and you're, talking to them. So that's appreciated because that just gives all law enforcement a different, it gives them a different view of it. So
I
thank
learn
you.
more from them than I learn from you.
It's usually how that works.
Yeah, Marvin, he talks about walking through the hallways and at breakfast. He's making connections with students. That goes a long way. the trust, as you just mentioned.
Yeah.
If he gets busy, the kids in the elementary side are like, "Coming back over?"
Sometimes it's days.
They notice, so I
It
mean, that's a
really
good
is.
thing, you know, they notice, so.
So you touched on the intruder drill. Is there a certain amount that we need to do that? Or is that just the school sets it?
Yeah, I mean,
That's the minimum, that's
That's
what
the minimum required by law.
and I know we've talked about it and it's a big inconvenience, but we really should do it. During passing periods, at least for the high school, middle school. With the elementary, we can do stuff like that, like if a class is on the way to PE or on the way to art or whatever.
Yeah, because this ain't gonna happen when everyone's sitting in the,
Right.
in their rooms.
Right. And that's why I try to spend a lot of time like that way during lunchtime, whenever I can. I mean, I'm 90% of the week I'm down there on the cafeteria, or at least near it. And that's where you're, you know, your mass people at that time. So I try to be where I need to be when I need to be there. So, yeah, I'd like to see us do a drill during passing periods. And I know you're not throwing you under the bus. I know you could too. But it's just, I don't know, if we should just plan that or just do it, you know,
and see how they
Yeah.
respond.
yeah. Because the teachers would be in the same boat.
Mhm.
I kind of want to catch him off guard myself.
Can you touch on how the vape sensors work? Like, I don't know how, I'm just curious.
Okay, so,
No, I'm just trying to like, probably that stupid, did they walk in here and blow out this big cloud of smoke? You know what I mean? Like,
you're beginners, yes. The other ones will blow them in their sleeves, they'll blow them in their jackets, they'll try to blow it in the toilet, you know, whatever it takes. The vape sensors are pretty sensitive. So what happens is it's got like right now, it's got like a regular oxygen level in there now. And as soon as that vape hits the air, I mean, within seconds, it picks it up. And then a little bit stronger, close your ears over there. And the stronger, I mean, and it will actually tell you if it's THC levels or if it's just vaping levels, tobacco. So it's great. It will tell you if there's a lot of commotion in there. It's another level that if it goes above a certain decibel, it will let you know. We've not had that in there, but usually, I mean, that's for like, you know, back in the day, that's where we go to fight sometimes, or you know, whatever. And I think that's the purpose of that. So we've not had that this year. I'd like to see us get a few more. As much as at first they were great, but they're learning.
How expensive are they?
I don't remember what we paid for them. Do you remember off
1,100.
1,100
Yeah.
per
Wow.
yeah. Okay. I was thinking it was like 7,000 or a little over for all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
With the inflation.
do they send out
Oh yeah.
alert or
Yeah.
how?
I'm sorry. So yeah, it goes to email, and then I actually get a reading on my phone. Once again, close your ears. I get a reading on my phone, and it tells the level, the vape level, and it will actually determine whether it's a vape or THC. And it will go off via message. And there's several teachers that have that. As far as on their email, we're still trying to figure out why we can't get it on everybody's phone yet. But just turns out my office is right next to the bathroom, so we had one today. Once again, it's one of those things we can only go so far.
They not get the memo?
No, they've got it.
Still enough bugs.
Yeah, we're working out our butt. I mean, it's they are a great tool. I mean, and like I said, I'm not a big ticket writer anyways. I never have been. And I don't like writing tickets because ultimately the parents are paying for it. Which is why they did the cessation program. It knocks it down to $25, but if they screw up, then, you know, the problem goes further than the school, so it goes back to the parents. And I really like to see them go after the parents on that sometimes, because I know there's parents that are buying these things for these kids, grandparents. I mean, I've seen it firsthand, so. Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you very much for your report. We appreciate that. All right. And the superintendent's report.
So I'd like recognizing the staff members of the week and thanking Habig attorneys for sponsoring a gift for them each week. So the week after January 31st, our staff member of the week was Renee McIntosh. The next week was Brittany Campbell. The week after February 14th was Michelle Maddox. And this past week, it's been Megan Dowden. Two other items we've had some early retirement and resignation notices, which the earlier employees inform us, the more it sets us up for success to find the best potential candidates for next year. And so you approved a couple today that Mr. Dean's already been able to fill for next year, which is awesome. He was able to get quality candidates for both middle school English and special education, which we were very worried about finding any candidates, and he had some great candidates to choose from. So that's been a positive, and we do have 2 elementary openings, and we have a good list of candidates that we're working through now. And so hopefully at the next board meeting, you'll have recommendations for those hires. Also, on your way out, if you look at the wall, there's some pictures that the high school has put up highlighting our early college program and certifications that students are getting, mostly at Hoosier Hills. But I'd encourage you to look, and this year we have 9 students that will be graduating with an associate's degree, which is extremely high and very good. But as you look out there, I really think anybody that looks will be impressed with the number of certifications and the variety of certifications that you can read on there. So just really impressive, and I really credit that early college program to the work that Mr. Dean's done since 2016 and the work prior to that with the staff, ensuring that that our teaching staff is willing to have the dual credit certification. That's really a testament to the work that he's done. So take a look on your way out.
All right, thank you. And then do we have any board member comments or items for future agendas? All right, seeing none, our next regular scheduled board meeting will be Thursday, March the 20th at 6 p.m. here in the Media Center. Thank you very much, and this meeting is adjourned.